Hey you guys! So in this video I'm just going to be doing a little tour, tap through of a souvenir shop in the Bahrain airport, international airport. I love doing videos like this in different souvenir shops in international airports because I feel like you get to learn a little bit more about some different countries. I should say we, because this was my first time being in Bahrain. Now, I was only in the airport, so it was a layover, but it's fun to learn together, like just see, like you can see some of the sites, what is like the famous sites of these particular places. You kind of get an idea of those things in souvenir shops because they highlight all of the, I guess you could say, most well-known parts of the country. So Bahrain is actually a kingdom. The kingdom of Bahrain. Isn't that lovely? I like that. I will tell you just my experience from the airline as well as the airport. They were just really, it was really, really lovely, really clean, really modern. It felt like similar to Dubai vibes. So Bahrain is in the Middle East, and I stopped in between my trip from Cairo to India. Gifts from Bahrain. This shop was so beautiful. Look at all the lovely clothing they had. And these were really expensive pieces, I believe. And this is a voiceover, by the way. You've probably realised. There's a no talking version of this video out already, and I'll link it below, but I wanted to get the talking version out for you guys. This one was a really nice piece, I don't know, quite interesting, so expensive I think. I could not purchase nearly anything, even in the airport in Bahrain, because the prices were really high, meaning like the currency in Bahrain seems to be stronger than the dollar, so yeah, it's like seems to be thriving economy, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know much, so I've not been into Bahrain, but from the looks of things, anyone watching from Bahrain, I would be so curious to know. Really soft and smooth. Just a really, I love Middle Eastern styles of clothing. The colours, the intricate designs like you can see here. I did end up purchasing one thing in my 12 hours of being in this airport. I was in a 6-hour layover on the way there and a 6-hour layover on the way back. And I didn't get food or anything because it was just outrageous. Like, you guys, I kid you not, it was like $50 for like a basic meal at like a fast food place in the airport. It was insane. So, but I did do something a bit outrageous, and I have to say it still was worth it to me in the end. I got an ice cream. I got a cookies and cream ice cream, and it was some of the best cookies and cream I've had ever. And it was worth it. It was like $4.50 or something for my ice cream, which I guess, you know, if you go to like Cold Stone or things like that in the US, you can pay that much. But for me, that's a lot for ice cream. I like going and getting like half gallons for $2.50 and eating those for a week. So that felt like a really big expense for me. Look at this, it's so fun. The sleeves, just unique, vibrant. But I didn't regret it for 1 second because it was so delicious. I like the way this dress is put together. See the like ruching cut on the arms and the back. I was really pleasantly surprised because the people that worked in this souvenir shop didn't mind me walking around and filming. Okay, again, this is such a cool dress. I really like that dress. Yeah, I was kind of showing the clothes, walking around. They saw that I was filming. They didn't seem to be bothered. I tend to not get bothered too much when filming public ASMR videos. However, in airports, sometimes it's a thing, so I'm usually just kind of like filming on the down, not just with my camera, but I've been maybe twice in airports had been said like, oh, you can't film in this shop, you know. They're always really easy and kind about it, but I was really happy that they saw me filming. They didn't care at all. They've got these cute little like pins. I think they're pins. I don't know, are they magnets or pins? Maybe they're magnets, I don't really know. It basically says happy birthday. It's not a direct translation, it doesn't literally say happy and then birthday, but that's what you say to someone for their birthday. And this is the alphabet in Arabic. And looks like these are for kids, you know, to learn the Arabic alphabet. Felt like a really random cookbook there in the middle of these items, but there's some notebooks. I love the architecture in the Middle East. It's It's one of my favourite things about the Middle East. I love the architecture. I don't know really what those were for, but you could tie them onto things. And okay, so this is a really fun section. These are 3D, not 3D, what's the word? Yeah, 3D printer. Like a 3D printer printed these purses. Show you the little sign for them later, but you can kind of feel they're, plastic. As I was first looking at them, I thought they sound good and they're fun to look at, but yeah, they kind of feel like they're 3D printed, and it turns out they were. Yeah, they're really fun for ASMR. When I say they sound good and look good, I really am talking about for ASMR. I guess that's how I see things sometimes. I don't really like this style in and of itself as a purse, and I feel like it'd be quite uncomfortable since it's plastic like that, but it's still kind of fun to look at. This one reminds me of what's it called that you water flowers with? A watering can. Looks like something out of the 70s. The bottom of these sounds amazing. So here's the little sign, touchless. And then that's kind of when I realized, wait a minute, it's 3D printed. Then they also had these, purses, clutches and things that are obviously not 3D printed. Love the sounds of purses. A lot of my favourite ASMR videos are like purse tapping videos. So that's kind of what the section looked like, and then there's more to come over here. I'll get into the little souvenir trinkets momentarily, but I started there, then got distracted with the clothing, the purses, and then kind of went back to the kind of more standard souvenir items. But some purses here, totes, I guess you could say. I like the design of this tray. I think it's maybe like a jewellery tray. Lots of little wallet options. These tiny ones that you could just put cards in. You know, the little wallet card holder that I have. I've had it for years now, and I stick it in my purse whenever I go somewhere, or my backpack if I'm taking my backpack. And it's interesting, but it was actually purchased by one of you as a custom video request. There was, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, I got a custom video request, and the person sent me a link to items on Amazon that they wanted me to purchase and tap on, and sent the money for them as well so that I could purchase them. They come to my home, and then but that person wouldn't know my address. So there were 2 items, and one of them was one of those little wallets, and the person said, yeah, just keep the things afterwards and enjoy them. And I was like, okay, sounds great. And that was one of the items, and I've used it for years as my credit card holder, and I just stick, if I ever have cash, I stick it in there. But it's got like my license. So look at this. That's so cute. Is that like a wine holder? I don't know. It's like a little Bahrainian dress. Anyway, there's necklaces. We're back to the little souvenirs. Lots of different kinds of necklaces. See, like that, like, I don't know not really much about Bahrain at all, so just like seeing the skyline there, and like what is kind of famous there, or what are the places people like to go when they visit Bahrain. It apparently has a beautiful skyline. I didn't know that, you know, so I kind of like learning those things. Got some of this is what men wear on their heads there, different parts of the Middle East, and then some regular hats. These were just epically cute to me. Look, the little magnets. Little camel. I actually have nearly this exact lamp, but it's smaller, from Egypt. But the prices were outrageous here. Camel, the peacock, elephants. Love it. The beautiful designs, colours. Little camel with a palm tree. So again, I have this same lamp, but the purple one, but in this case bigger than that one. You just saw the smallest and the biggest. And mine's in the middle. Look at the beautiful designs. But look at the price. It's really cute. Camels are so fascinating in person. The way that they bend down to like sit down. If you've ever seen it, it's like their knees. Oh, isn't that pretty inside the turtle? Their knees bend in like 2 different places. Each of their 4 knees bends in like 2 places, I think. Or maybe just 2 of the 4 bend in 2 places. Anyway, it's fascinating. I feel like, I don't know if I got that right. I need to look that up. But it's like when you watch it, you're like, wait, bending that way, bending this way, and down. But it's been a little while since I've watched, so I feel like I don't want to, don't take my word on that. But I'm pretty sure something weird like that happens. I got to sit on a camel a few times in my life. And they're just fascinating creatures to me. Expensive. Souvenir shops are always quite expensive. It's better to get things in the country that you're visiting. I wouldn't suggest buying things in the airport like this. You're going to pay like double, triple, quadruple of what you'd pay if you're purchasing it at like a little shop in the country that you're visiting. I've done it before though. There's been a few times where I found something in an airport that I hadn't found outside and I went for it. That happened, I remember, in Morocco. I found these yellow Moroccan shoes that, I don't know, it was years and years ago, but I couldn't resist them and I purchased them from the airport. But I never usually ever purchase things from airports. Except for $4 ice cream cones and Moroccan shoes. Oh boy, I guess I'm getting tired, so when I get tired I start laughing. So I guess that's happening. I've got some snow globes here. If you haven't caught on to it, I have a cold. I had a flu this week, and that's why I haven't gotten as many videos out to you as I usually do. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy, but that's okay. It's getting better. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the trinkets, all the souvenirs. Okay, thank you guys for everything. See you in the next video. Bye for now.